Good morning and welcome to our COS 1511 Group 7E C++ students. I can see I've got Rais out here, Kotso Redani. Anybody would like to unmute and say hello, how are you and where are you from? Rais,
Hello.
go ahead.
Hi, I'm from Cape Town. I'm doing well today.
I'm so
Yourself?
happy to hear. I'm well, thank you. How's the weather in Cape Town, Rais?
It's a bit cloudy, but yeah, it's fine.
Oh, great. Good to hear. Anybody else would like to say hello, how are you and tell us where you're from? Nobody. Come on. Okay, I'm going to start my.
Hi, I'm Kotso.
Oh, Kotso. Hello, Kotso. Where are you from, Kotso?
I'm from Johannesburg.
Great. Where about in Johannesburg, Kotso?
Can you hear you, bro?
Where are you from, Kotso?
I'm from Johannesburg in Soweto.
Yeah. Soweto, Southwest Districts. Great. Okay, I'm going to start with exam revision, Kotso and Rais. Believe it or not, I'm going to do the 2022 exam paper. A question from there. Come on, man, that was a joke. I don't have the October-November 2022 exam paper. Oh, man, no jokes here. Hello? Oh, great, Radani is laughing there, right. So I don't have the October-November 2022 exam paper. I've got the January-February 2022 paper. And that's what I'm going to share with you right now, all right? And we're going to take a question 6, because that's pretty difficult, I feel. That has to deal with output. And while I'm going to talk about output, I'm going to do some revision with regard to parameter passing. All right. Now, let me open up my examination paper 2022. Again, another joke. It's January, February. All right. So don't think that I have the October-November paper. All right. Rais, please tell me, are you able to see my screen? It should say right on the top. It would say UNISA COS 1511 Introduction to Programming.
Yeah.
Great.
I can see that, yes.
Great, Rais. You can keep your mic on if you don't mind, and if you don't have any background noise as well, because I like to have a conversation between the two of us, really. Then my family knows that I'm not talking to my laptop again, all right? I'm not talking to myself. So in January, February 2022, this was, you could call it the supplementary paper or the additional paper or the AgroTAT paper. Generally, a student would apply for this if they missed the October-November paper due to illness or a funeral in the family or COVID or work-related issues, all right? But I would advise you to attempt the October-November paper, even though you think, oh, I'm going to have there's a January-February paper. The reason is, let's say, for instance, if you don't make it in the October-November paper, you've got a supplementary or you, for some odd reason, you didn't do well, you have another chance. But if you don't take that October-November paper, you don't work towards it, then your Christmas and New Year is ruined because you'll be studying, and then you're writing January, February, and if you don't make that paper, then boy, oh boy, then you got no other chance, right? So we're going to attempt the October-November paper, and believe it or not, we in September, we actually are ready and moving towards the examination. So I'm going to leave this question one. This is theory questions. The only way to access a local variable is used to and I'm going to jump straight into question number 6, because question 6 is a definite question. I can bet my bottom dollar on that, Rais. I'm not sure if you're a gambling man, Rais, but you want to take a bet with me, Rais?
Oh, yeah.
My bet is the question on output. What is the output of the following code? Must count, right? I guarantee you that, right? You want to take a bet with me, Rais?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, my bet is if it does not appear in the examination paper, Rais, I will refund you your entire fees for cost 1511, right? Whatever you paid for the module. Okay?
Okay.
Right, Rais, after the examination, well, one, I'd like you to give me the paper if you can, so that I can help with my students for 2023. And if it doesn't come out, I'm going to do that. By the way, just tell me, Rais, what was the cost of this module?
The cost of the mod.
Yeah, how much did you pay to register for it? I'm taking a
Sure,
bet,
not-
I need to know.
Not exactly sure because I paid all my modules together.
Oh, okay. Okay, about a grand. I just don't want to tell you. You don't want you to tell me that you have to pay 10,000 rands. Okay, all right. Let's say a grand, right? We're capping it at a grand. So here's the question.
Sure.
This question, or the question on output, always appears. I'm so confident tonight that I'm willing to bet 1,000 rands with Rais from Cape Town. And if it doesn't appear, I'm going to give Rais a grand, right, to pay for his fees. So let's start with the difficult one, question 6.4. Then we'll go to the other ones, because the one on parameter passing always appears, right? Or the one on output. So here's the question: what is the output of the following code? Void calc vat float price p float ampersand vat p. Vat p price p times 0,515 int main. All right. So when you get this question in the exam, Rais, you may not have the compiler with you. You may not have, a software to work with it. This is what my suggestion would be. Now I'm going to take, I'm going to pretend now that I've got a pen and page, and I'm going to write on this paper, right? So what I'm going to do now, Rais, forgive my script, but I'm trying this out. I'm opening up my snipping tool. And let's say, for instance, I have this in the exam, right? So here I'm giving you an exam strategy. Now I don't have a pen and page. I've got a clipping tool and I'm copying it. Rais, just tell me, are you able to see my screen with the snipping tool on the top there?
Yes.
Great. So now, Rais, I'm so lucky. I've got a pen that's blue. I've got a blue pen. And the first thing you do is you start reading from your main, int main. You must remember, Rais, in the exam, this is worth 2 marks. So you should be spending a maximum of about 2 minutes or 3 minutes on this program, all right? You must also remember, Rais, in the exam, they're not just testing you on your knowledge, they're also testing you on how fast you can answer the question. So you need to work out, if this is for, let's just say if this was 60 marks, you've got 60 minutes, 1 minute a mark. If it was 120 marks or 120 minutes and 60 marks, you've got 2 minutes per question. So you need to work that out, all right? And you must remember, Rais, you also will be doing it online. So you got to take into account logging in, logging off, if your internet connection drops or something like that. So now you go with your pen and you're going to start with your main program, right? And you say, oh, there's VAT, there's price, there's 100. And you, Rais, calc VAT. This is a function call, So you look at the parameters there, VAT, VAT. This has a one-to-one correspondence, Rais. One-to-one correspondence. You check that out. So VAT and VAT P. I can tell you why they call it P. Maybe it's VAT Prinavin. Okay. I'm trying, Rais, to have a sense of humor. Then you look at price. You say, hey, price. There's a one-to-one correspondence. So let me use a different color pen. I can rub it out. Yeah, check this out. Yeah. Let me use a different color pen, right? So I'm going to use a black pen. There's a one-to-one correspondence between these two, right? Right? So they tell me that the value there is a 100. So there's 100 over here. So I'm going to take 100, and 100 gets transferred to price P. So I'm writing it down there, right? Now you notice that in front of that P, Rais, there's an ampersand out here. Right, so let me just put a highlighter there. That's an ampersand. Now, Rais, this is pretty important. Kotso, you can also unmute and you can come in anytime you want, right? I don't want you to think that I'm having a favorite student in class and I'm only talking to Rais. So, Kotso, if you see this ampersand out here, this makes this parameter special. right? It's pretty special. Then you see, hey, there's this 100 over here. So I'm going to take this 100 again. This price P. Hey, there we go. They're talking about it over here, price P. So you write down the 100. Whoopsie, let me take my pen again. Pen. I'm using a Wacom tablet. I'm going to get a touch screen very soon that I can write on my screen itself. So you put on 100 over there, right? Now remember, you are pretending to being a computer. When they ask you for the question, what is the output of the following code? They want you to pretend as if you're the compiler. So this is what you got to do. You say 100 multiplied by 0.15. Oh, okay. So you're going to do it right on the side over there. 100 times, oopsie, 0.15, right? Or cutting right there. But I know that's 15 rands, okay? So that P, I put down the answer 15 over there. Now, Rais, because you see this ampersand in front of it, you put that 15 down there. Now, Rais, you'll notice this ampersand has a very special meaning. By any chance, do you know what it is referring to? Kotso, help Rais there.
Doesn't it update the value?
It updates the value, yes. And what else? It refers or references. Kotso, Rais, it refers or references, right? It references whatever happens in the main program. So if this is 15, which came from there, came from here, this 15 gets transferred to this value out here. Let me try and write it out here, right? So it's transferred to this one here. It's 15 transferred here. Okay, Rais, that's what that ampersand does. It makes it a reference parameter. It refers to the main. Now it's simply a matter of see out VAT 15 and rands. Oops, this looks a bit weird. This looks a bit weird what ma'am has written over there. That should give you a syntax error. So if I wanted to be technical, I'm going to tell ma'am, what is the output of the following code? You've got a syntax error, da, 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 da. But I'm not going to do that, okay? Oh, you know, I miss my face-to-face lectures. I can't see your face. I don't know what you're doing, whether you're paying attention to me or not. So, Rais, I'm going to put the 15 out there. Right, Rais? And well, it asks for the word rands, so you got to have the word rands in there, and that's it. Now, Rais, I know you don't believe me, Rais. You want me to put this into code blocks, right, Rais?
Sure.
Yeah. And we're going to do some revision in terms of, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to expect an answer from you. So where's my code blocks? There's my code blocks. So Rais, talk to me. Do you see my code block screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Great. And it magically appeared on the screen. But if you wanted to do it yourself, Rais, I know you don't believe me. I am affording you the opportunity to copy in this class. Which other lecturer says copy, Rais?
None.
Right? None, right? So I'm going to say copy. So there we go. I block it, use my mouse and my left key. You must remember time is of the essence as well, Rais. I told you I have load shedding and I've got I don't know how long my data would last. And also I've got other things to do. So that's why I copy and paste. Yay! So let me do some build this thing. There's the error I was telling you about, Rais. Let me just put my logs on. Where's my log? Let me check it out there. There we go. Rais, can you check, Rais? When whoever typed this exam paper out, they put those 66 and 99. That's not what they expected, right? So Rais, if you wanted to be, you want to be technical about it, you can say, hey, this program can't give you an output because you have an error there. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to sort it out, right? So Rais, there we go. By the way, Rais, what was the output? 15 rands, okay?
15 rands.
You want to take a bet with me, Rais? Rais.
Sure.
Yeah, what's the bet? There is the answer. If I'm going to run this on code blocks, you think I'm going to get 15 rands? Kotso?
Yeah, I think you will. Definitely, I believe you.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You want to put your money where your mouth is. I say it's going to be 15 rands.
I say so as well.
Oh man, so you don't want to bet with me, Kotso? Hey, you're not a
I
gambling
can't
man.
bet you on something that I know it will be.
I love the confidence. I love the confidence, right? So let's do a build and run. Build and run. Yay! Check it out, Kotso. Check it out. Rais. I hope you can see the output over there. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can.
Yay! Check it out. Check it out. Now you got two marks. Kotso. Rais, I gave you 2 marks.
Yes, definitely 2 marks.
Right. Now, as a teacher, I've got to consolidate what I taught you, and I've got to give you an exercise to do. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this to 200, right? Kotso and Rais and the rest of you, I would like you to give me the output for this code.
30 rand.
Oh man, oh man. Hey, Rais and Kotso, y'all are too clever for me. You know, I've got to pull the whole lesson. If y'all shouted the answer just like that, then how am I going to, make this lesson longer? Okay, I'm going to put it back here, right? Now, Rais and Kotso and the rest of you, I would like you to now give me the output of this program. Aha, I caught you. Rais, are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah. I made a change to the program, Rais and Kotso.
Yeah, I can see. So it doesn't reference anymore.
Aha. Kotso, so I actually, in line number 3, I took out that ampersand, right? So
yes.
It doesn't reference anymore. So what do you think the answer will be? Will it still be 15 rand?
I think it's just going to be rand or 0 rand.
0 rands. Okay. Rais, talk to me.
I would also say just rand.
Just rands and nothing else. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go for it. Let's see it. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's build. It's fine. It's no problem. Let's build and run. Uh-oh, look at that. Look at that. You Kotso, you said it's going to be 0, and Rais said it's just going to be rands. Check it out. What did it give me? Kotso, 1.01017E-038 rands. That doesn't make sense. Rais, you check it out, Rais. It didn't give you just the word rands. And Kotso, it just didn't give you 0, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. I'm going to run it again. Look at this. It gave me 1.0107E-038. Let me just compile it and run it again. Whoa, check it out. That's not that. Rais, do you see how important that ampersand is? Kotso?
Yeah, it is very important.
Very, very important, right? Because it transfers the value. Whatever happened in the function calc_vet. Let's do it again. And this time I'm going to take a bet with you and I'm going to win the bet. I only take bets that I know I can win. The answer is going to be 15 rands, right? Right, so let's run it. Yay, 15 rands, right? Can you see how important that ampersand sign is? That gives you the referencing. If I could go back to my snipping thing, there's it out here. Kotso, can you see my snipping tool screen out there? Let me just try and write like a preschool child. There's that ampersand out there, right? That ampersand, very, very important. That is why 15 is transferred to that. Okay. Now,
sir, it's Tinsolo here. Just to ask before you.
Hello, Tinsolo. How are you?
Well, thanks. Sorry, I joined it a bit late.
That's okay. I'm so glad you came.
Oh, thank you.
I've got
Yes.
325 students in my group 7E. And I'm so sad that not only not everybody answers my quizzes and comes to my Zoom lessons. They all tell me they're so busy, they got family commitments, they got job commitments, they got to go watch TV, the movies. So I'm so happy that you're here to swallow.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Right, ask
Yes.
me the question.
I just wanted to check. This is my thinking as I'm looking at this and analyzing it. The reason why we only put the ampersand just before VAT P, is it because the VAT P calculates and not if we don't put it on the price P because we inputting the price? I just want to check just for
Very
me
nice
to
question.
know. Yeah.
Lovely question. I love that and swallow. So that was
Thank
actually
you.
what I was going to do. Did you read my mind over the airwaves and internet? Because that's what I was going to try and show you now. That
I
ampersand,
suspect we are connected, sir,
of course
somehow.
we connected. Of course we are, right? Right. So Tinswala made a very good point. She asked the question, what happens with this ampersand? Let's say I put it out here, right? I'm taking it out from there. And I'm going to put it there, right? Rais and Kotso, I know you got your mics on. Talk to me. What do you think will happen?
I think when I get the very same thing that we got the last time.
Which is?
The exponent, that one exponent, because we want that VAT P to be referenced, not the price of P.
All right, let's see whether you're right or wrong. I don't know. I'm just an e-tutor out here, right? With a little bit, okay, I passed this some time ago, but anyway, and I've been teaching for a number of years, right? Let me see. If you don't believe me, let's put it on the compiler. Let's run this thing. Let's see it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. No problem, no errors. Let's build and run. Ooh, Kotso, you are right. 6.10161E 0-039 rands. So what's happening out here, Kotso and Tinswallow, who asked a very good question? I'm referencing price P, but price P is not something that I've been displaying. I wanted to display VAT. If you notice line 11, see out VAT, that's what they asked me for. And I'm not getting an output for that from my parameter. Tinswallow, does that help you understand what's going on now, Tinswallow?
A lot, sir. I won't forget this. Thank you very much.
Right, Tinswallow, for you and just for you, well, others can answer as well, Tinswallow. I am going to put it back the way it was. Right, Tinswallow, you said you came in late. I don't know whether you got the answer or not. Anyway, Tinswallow, the price is now changed. I would like you to calculate the output. You can use a calculator if you want. I know you have your cell phone next to you. You got a calculator over there.
Yes, I do.
Swallow. I'd like
sir.
you and the others as well, right? What will be the output for the following snippet of code?
I get 150, sir, because it's basically price multiplied by 0.15. So it will be 1,000 multiplied by 0.15, and that gives us 150 rands.
Yay! So this is what Tinswallow, right? Tinswallow, let me kill some time here while I'm answering Tinswallow's question. So there it is. And while it is there, I'm gonna try and practice my handwriting with my Wacom tablet. So Tinswallow, I'm gonna take you through how you taught. Remember, Tinswallow, you and I said we have a connection, right? So there's the connection. This is how Tinswallow taught. This 1,000 rand was transferred here to this price. See the value price, Tinswallow? Am I right,
Yes,
Tinswallow?
sir. Yes,
Then
I can see.
you transfer that to price P, right, Tinswallow?
Yes.
Right. Can you see, Tinswallow, how we are on the same wavelength? Yeah.
Yes.
Then Tinswallow, that you kept this the connection between the two of them. Then you worked out, you told me 1,000. Oopsie, my handwriting is bad there, Tinswallow. I'm using this Wacom tablet. 1,000 times 0.15. You told me that it was 150. So you kept that there, right?
Yes.
And then you kept, and you put, because of the ampersand, you wrote it down there. Oh, Swallow, I can't write Swallow.
Yeah, you're not the
Right.
only one, say. I also
Okay.
struggle there.
With the walk-on tablet. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that 150 comes here and it is printed there. And then it says 150 without a space, RANDS. Right? Yay,
Yes.
Swallow. Were we on the same wavelength, you and I, Swallow?
Yes, definitely.
Yay! I love that. Right? Thank you, Swallow. Kotso and Rais. You got it, Rais?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, the examiner is testing you on your ability to understand the concepts regarding parameters. I'm going to quickly revise with you what parameters are talking about. There's my function call over here. It's calcvat. There are two parameters out here. These are my actual parameters. If there's two parameters here, there must be two over there. There's a one-to-one correspondence between the two. They're also testing you on your ability to identify a value parameter versus a reference parameter. In a reference parameter, whatever happens in Vegas, whatever happens in the function is passed across to the main method, the main man. So with the value parameter, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So whatever happens with price P stays in there because there's no referencing taking place. Okay, Rais?
Yeah.
Good, so? Swallow? Anybody else? Come on.
Yes, you're right, sir.
Of course I'm right. And guess what? We spent 20 minutes and this is worth 2 marks. But if you don't get the grips of parameter passing, you won't get the answer correctly, right?
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
Okay, right. So you're cool with this. Now, what you need to do is you need to go and play around on your own, because if you're listening to me and you're not doing it, because programming is all about doing it, you have to do it. You have to do it on your own. You go and copy and paste this into code blocks. You run it, you see what it does. And if you also like, you can draw a variable diagram, right? Or you can draw my rows and columns. Here's my rows and columns. I'm gonna show you what I meant by that, right? You can do something like this. You can say line number, whoopsie, I can't even write. All right, I'm going to say line number, L-I-N-E, and my first one is VAT, and the second one is price. Oh, that don't look too nice. Let me do it in Excel. Then you can see that I'm so good. I know I'm doing it right. I know what I'm talking about. If you all remember this from some time ago. So there's my Excel document, right? So this is where ma'am talks about writing variable diagrams or tracing it, right? So I'm going to have line number. That looks like pretty good, cool thingy. My first value is VAT, and then it's price, oopsie. And then it's inside the function calc P, which is price P, and then it is VAT P. So this is the long method of working things out, right? So in line number 9, I start out there. The value of VAT, we don't know the value of VAT, right? They haven't told us anything, but the value of price is 1,000, and there's nothing there, right? So that's a dash, that's a dash. Whoopsie, oopsie, 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 oopsie. Right? That's a dash, and that's a dash, right? Let's go to line number 10. Line number 10, they tell me there's a function call taking place, right? The function call is calcvat. So that means I must go and refer to those variables out here. Price is still 1,000. That we don't know what it is right now because there's a function call taking place. The function call, remember I drew my diagram untidily with my Wacom tablet. My price P is the same as price, which is 1,000. My VATP, I still don't know what it is right now because I haven't worked it out. But when I go into line number 5, I calculate VATP, and VATP becomes 150, right? It happens instantaneously. You can think of it like this. Price is still 1,000 because that was declared in the main program. Price P is still 1,000, and it's inside the main program, right? It's inside there. I don't know what's happening. VAT P is now 150. And when I come out of that in line number 10, when I come out, my calc VAT will have 150, my VAT will have 150, that will still be 1,000. And ultimately in line number 11, when I display my output, this is what it's going to display. It's going to display 150 RANDS. So that's the long process of drawing a trace table and drawing your little blocks and all that goes with it, right?
Mm.
Do I know how to kill time or what, Rais?
100%.
Thank you. There, 32 minutes, and I took 2 minutes to answer that, right? And I explained that to you. Tinswallow, do you get it, Tinswallow?
Yes, I am with you.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it 100%.
Was 32 minutes worth your time, Tinswallow?
Yes, because I won't forget.
Nah, you can't
ampersand,
forget.
it's
You can't.
with me
The ampersand,
forever.
yes,
Yeah.
referencing. Kutso, was it worth your 32 minutes, Kutso? Kutso, unmute. Oh, Kutso is not talking to me. Okay, now let's take another question from January 2022, right? I'm going to take this question over here. What is the output of the following code? So now I don't have my compiler with me. I'm going to do my snipping code, right? Let's do snipping code, a new one. And let's see what I showed you how to work this out, right? So you're gonna do this in your in rough work when you get your exam paper. I'm trying to teach you a strategy of tackling it, right? So you take your pen and you say, oh, there's my pen here. They want to know the output again. By the way, Tinswallow, I don't know if you came in a bit, you missed the part where I took a bet with Rais. I told him that what is the output of the following code always will appear, and I think it's going to appear in October, November paper. And I took a 1,000 Rand bet with him, Tinswallow. What do you think about that, Tinswallow?
It's a good thing.
You think so? You want me to lose my money? Okay, so Tinswallow, age is equal to 13. It says see out teenagers, and again, can you see this? That's not the right 66 and 99, huh? This will give you an error, but we're going to prove that to you, right? Then you write down, you put down wherever you see 13, you write down 13 over there, right? Let's put a red pen. Let's pretend like I'm a teacher, which I am, right? So you ask the question, is 13 less than 19? The answer is true. Yes, thank you, Tinswallow. That means I go inside the loop. So in this question, the examiner is testing you on your ability to identify the characteristics associated with the while loop. So 13 is less than 19. So Tinswallow, it goes inside here. Ooh, yes. Now they got age plus plus. This is a C++ programming course. They're supposed to have C++. They're having age plus plus. Now they are testing you on your ability to identify this thing about incrementing. Tinswallow, now that you are unmuted, what does age plus plus mean?
It means you just add 1 to whatever value you start.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know whether that's right or not, but anyway, if it was 13, what does age now become, Tinswallow?
It will be 14 in this case.
Right, so now it becomes 14. Then it goes and says, see out age with a little space, right? There. Now, because what's it now? It's 35, and Rais says, I know how to kill time and everything. I'm going to go and carry on doing it, right? So let's go back. Let's go up to the loop again now, right? Let's go up there. Now, age was 14. Is 14 less than 19, Tinswallow?
Yes.
Right, true. then I go and increment age by 1. So what does it become?
It will be 15 now because age
Right.
now, yeah.
So I was supposed to have written it out like this: 14 with a space and 15. Now it becomes 15. 15 plus 1, and it'll go on to 16, 17,
yeah.
18.
18.
And when it comes to 19, is 19 less than 19?
No, it is
Oh,
equal to
it's
19.
equal to. So it's going to be 14.
Won't it end at 90, at the value 19 though? Because then it will still be age 18. That is less than 19. Then it will calculate 18 plus 1. So our final value will be 19, isn't it?
And what will happen when it comes to 19? Is 19 less than 19?
It will not continue. It will end at 19.
Have you been revising the while loop, Swallow?
No, but I understood it first time. It made sense.
I love this. This is what programming is all about. It makes sense. It's common sense, and we're just writing it in particular syntax in code. Okay. So, Swallow, here I am sitting at home. I don't have Prinavin to help me. I don't have the lecturer. I need to find out whether I have the answer. So I'm going to raise, copy and paste. Right. Okay, so copy and paste, Control C. It'll be nice if you have this paper, Rais. What you say, Rais?
Yeah, I've got it.
You do? Who gave it to you?
You did.
Did I give you a paper? No, man. I don't give you papers. Rais, what are you telling me, Rais? I don't give papers out, Rais. Right, so let's go and have a new project. And right, so it's R-A-E-S-E-A. Oh, how spell Rais?
R-A-E-S.
W-E-S, right. Haha. Swallow, I'll do the next program for you like that, right? Okay, Swallow, don't feel sad now.
No problem, sir.
Right. Okay. Because Rais was talking to me from the beginning, right? So there it is now. There's the program. I copied it quickly for Rais. Let's make it look pretty out there. So I'm declaring int age. Now you must remember, I'm trying to finish up my time, and there's while age is there. And I don't need hello world. All right. So let's do a compile. Yay, oops. There's a problem with the teenagers. Rais, you were right, Rais. Right, Rais? This is your program, Rais. Right? I know you wanted me to copy it and all of that. All right. Let's go and build and run. Build and run, build and run. Check it out, check it out. Check it out, Swallow.
Yes, sir.
What happened there, Swallow?
It lists all the numbers up until 19 because the while loop says it must list the numbers until until the value is less than 19. So as soon as it becomes 19 and above, it stops.
Yes, thank you, Swallow. Thank you, Swallow. Can you see how they are out there to trick you? Swallow, if they had changed this to less than and equal to, let's look at it now. If they put down out here, less than and equal to.
I think it will still continue to 19, so we'll have 20 as well.
Yes. Also, can you see what happens? It's inside the loop. It's inside the loop that you are doing a see out statement.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's another thing. If the see out was outside the loop, it will only give the final value.
That's nice. That's nice. So this is how you will do it, and you must run it on your own, where you change the value to be something else, right? Or you change and you see whether you get a similar answer. All right. So that was worth. Let me go and have a look at the exam paper. That was worth 4 marks. That was worth 4 marks. They wanted you to run this program, and you stopped me out here. There it is out here. I stopped here. So when it came to 19, it will say 19 is not less than 19. but it will go through, right? And it printed at the end of it all 19, right? But when it's inside here and it says 20, is 20 less than 19? No, that's when he's false. That's when it jumps out of the loop and gives you the output. This is a little confusing, I understand, but go through the notes again on the loops. This is what is known as a loop that the condition takes place on the top, right? And the program or the code or running of it must go through it, and if it checks down the top, it'll pop out. The other type of loop that you get is where the condition is at the bottom, right? Now, Tinswallow, I'm going to change this question a little, Tinswallow, Rais, and Kotso, right? So that this consolidates your knowledge of what you are learning, right? So let me go to my code block. Let's go to code block. Right. Now, I'm going to make this 20. I would like you to tell me what is the output of this snippet of code. Tinswallow, Rais, Kotso, and anybody else. You can, if you like, write it in the chat or write on a page or think about it.
Can you bring out the question again, sir?
The question is, in line number 4, I changed the value for age to be 20.
Oh, okay. I see.
Rais, Kutso, or anybody else? I can't see the participants out here. Take a guess.
I think it will not give out anything. The reason being age is, it starts at 20 and the while loop is only valid when age is less than 20. So it will not.
So what will the output be?
The output won't be anything.
Or the output will be anything. ANYTHING.
No, no, sorry.
Hey, you got my joke. I do have a sense of humor.
I got it.
Finally, thank you. Right. Okay, time is of the essence. You're right. Let's run
the while loop won't exit. It won't run. That's. Right. Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay.
It did run line number 5, but because it said 20 is not less than 19, it comes out of the loop. Okay.
Yes, you're right. I didn't. That teenagers one slipped me.
Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Last week, were you in my? Oh yes, you were in my class. Remember, I was showing you about the switch and the break statement. From October 2021. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a little trick about us examiners. We want to separate the men from the boys, the ladies from the girls, and we want to trick you. Okay. I don't know what it is about these examiners. I like to give 100% to people, but this is what catches the students out in the examination papers, right? You are stressed, thinking like you gave me the answer now. You said anything is going to appear. I mean, that's not what you said, not anything, but you forgot about line number 5. Okay, right. Rais, Tinswallow, Kotso. I'm going to change this question over here, right?
Okay.
Changing the question. And now it was originally 13. Right? Watch this. What do you think will be the output? So there's a question out here. What is the output of this code?
For me, I think in this case, it will only bring out the output after it has run the while loop. So it will be the final answer. I believe it will be, no, it will be 19, sorry.
Okay. Rais, what do you think, Rais? Oh, Malcolm. Hi, is it Malcolm?
Yes.
Yes, Malcolm. Hello, Malcolm. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Where are you calling from, Malcolm?
I'm calling from Durban.
Hey, I'm in Durban too. Malcolm, are you having load shedding as well, Malcolm?
No, I'm empty. There's no shading in the moment. It's empty.
Oh, you're lucky. Okay, talk to me, Malcolm. What do you think the answer will be? Will it give you
Yeah.
13, 14,
Okay.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19?
No. Possibly the answer will be 19.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to tell me, Malcolm, that that's your age, Malcolm? Oh, I made another joke. Right. Right, let's run it.
It's outside of.
Okay, Malcolm, lovely. Let me see what the compiler says, right? Build and run, build and run.
Okay.
Yay!
Oh.
Right, 19. Obviously, line 5 as well, right? Now, I'm just going to revise what I said. The value is 19 is not less than 19. It's actually equal to 19. That's why it ran the program. Yeah. When it went and made it 20, when it said 20 is not less than 90, then it came out. Okay? Then it came out. Now, right? So that's an important point. So go ahead and go through the where the position of C out is, and do not forget line number 5, Malcolm. Right? It had the word teenagers, and obviously the word end line was there, then it's on the new line, right? Let's do one last question for the, not one, there we go. Question 6.1. All characters have an integer value associated with it called the ASCII value. I just want to show off. ASCII stands for American Symbolic Code for Information Interchange. For instance, the ASCII value of A is 65. ASCII value of B is 66. What is the output of the following code? For 4 marks. Now, you need to know what is ASCII, and if you look at the appendix from your study guide, let's go to my study guide. That's where it is. Let's look at the study guide. Here's my study guide. No, file. I don't want to go there. The desktop, this PC. Where's my study guide? It's at the end there. Do I have my study guide? Right, so there's my study guide. Right at the end of the study guide, students forget about this. Control N takes me also the way to end. There's the ASCII table. This is what they are referring to, right? And if I look at A is 65, there's A is 66, B is 67, C is 68. They wanted you to calculate or find out what is the ASCII value. So because time is running out, it's already 10 to 1. Anybody wants to take a calculated guess now that I showed them what that is? Control C, copy. Anybody want to take a calculated guess? Tin swallow.
66.
I'm still looking it up, sir.
Oh,
I'm looking it up
okay.
quickly. Yes.
Okay.
But the character is A, so A plus 1 will be. I'm just getting the A plus 1 will be because A is 60.
A is 66.
A is 65, isn't
right.
it?
Right.
Capital letter A is 65 because it depends on the case as well.
Correct.
So A plus 1, it will be 66. The character will be B.
Let's see if you are
capital letter B. Yes.
Right. Check it out. So you are perfectly correct.
Yes.
66 and B. Well done. Lovely. Right. So I'm going to change this now. Let's see if you can answer this one. Let's make it P for Prinavin. Yay! Right. Tinswalo, go ahead. Let's look at my character. Let's look at there's the ASCII code. There's the ASCII
Character
code.
is capital P
And where's
So
capital P
it
over
is-
there?
as 80, SCI code of 80. So 80 plus 1, it will be 81, and the character will be Q. Capital letter Q.
So P80. Okay, I don't know if it's right or wrong. I'm
will be
just a tutor over
80.
here.
It will
Right,
be
let me see if you are
81.
right.
Yeah.
Let's take a bit. Let's take a
81.
bit. Let's take a bit. No. I don't. That's not right.
No, there's no
Especially all
need
about
because the
gambling.
answer is correct.
I don't know. Right. Okay, so let's build and run. Hey, see, if you took a bet, you would have won.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So at least you got through understanding 3 questions for January 2022 paper. So here they were testing you on your ability to identify and understand the concept of ASCII code. But they told you that in advance that it was. What did they tell you in advance? They told you that A is 65. What is the value of B? What is the output of the following code? So if I had to put this one here, I would have had to tell you, because I don't expect you to work out what is Q or memorize that. I would have had to put that out on the top over there. And I would have had to say something like this. I would have had to say the characters in the ASCII the value of P for Prinavin is what you told me, Tinswalo? 80. Tinswalo?
It was Q, capital letter.
No,
You mean
P, the value of P.
P, it was 80
80. And the ASCII value of
the following one,
of the following
81.
one, yeah, right?
Yes.
You're going to say the following one. What would be the following one? So then you would have had to mention 81, right? So I'm
Yes.
glad you understand 3 questions. So I hope your time was well spent. For 53 minutes with me, I did January 2022 paper. We spoke about question 6, and this is a nice, absolutely a question, that different question. What is the output of the following code? Meaning, they want you to trace through the program. And if you don't understand concept of ASCII and each alphabet has a particular value, you would not have been able to answer this question. Now you know that P is whatever the value for P for Prinavin, right? Oh, there's another question, 6.2. I think I'll leave this out for you. In this question 6.3, they asked for the output of the following code. They were testing you on your ability to identify what happens in a while loop. The condition, and I played it out. I changed the value to be 20. You saw what happened. It pulled it out. I changed the where C out was, whether it was inside the loop or outside the loop, what happened. And don't forget to include the C out statement of teenagers, because this is worth 4 marks. If you forgot to include C out teenagers, you would have lost a mark. End line means that the next output you state would be on a new line. So don't forget those things as well. And in 6.4, quick revision, what they spoke about here was the reference parameter. They want you to refer to what happens in VAT and what happens to the ampersand sign. So that's what they were testing you on here. All right, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. And it was 55 minutes well spent with me. Any final questions, queries, comments, Tinswalo, Kotso, Malcolm from Durban, Rais from Cape Town?
Yes, sir.
I'd just like to know what the dates are.
Sorry, it's Rais. Rais, go ahead first, Rais.
I would just like to know when the exam is taking place. I don't think it's visible yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything as yet as well from ma'am, but I suspect it's going to be October, November, right? Because
Sure.
all the years that I've done this course, it was always either end of October, beginning of November, okay? And
Cool.
you are now focused into exam mode, right? You've got to do past your exam papers. You've got to ensure, Malcolm, That hey, Malcolm, I can see your face there, Malcolm. Turn the camera.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right, Malcolm, go ahead with your question, Malcolm.
My question is, I didn't hear you very well explain about the importance of.
Malcolm, you stand still, Malcolm, stand still. Go close to the modem.
Okay. Yeah, I want to know the importance of reference parameters.
I still can't hear your question, Malcolm. You want to type it in the chat quickly?
Okay.
Okay, Malcolm, mute your mic and type it in the chat. MBM, go ahead, hands raised. Question.
Yeah. Yes, sir. How are you?
Very well now that you are here with me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. I've got a couple of questions to ask. I wanted to find out what resources are we allowed to have in our exams? Perhaps some other students have asked this. The ASCII table, are we allowed to have it on the exam? And do we have to have a calculator with us? And the code blocks, can we open the code blocks while we're doing while we're busy with the exam?
Okay. Malcolm, sorry, MBM, I haven't set the examination paper, right? I do not know what's coming out in October, November paper. I do not know what instructions you'd be given or what resources will be allowed. But what I can talk and tell you is that in the past, years gone by, and I've been doing this for a number of years, they generally do not allow students to use the compiler, right? And last year, I noticed they went online, so they used a proctoring software to check on the students. And I suspect they're going to use that as well, where the camera is on and they're gonna record everything that you do and all of it. So until we get the exam tutorial letter, let's just hang 10 MBM and find out what it is. Your question about the ASCII table, I don't think they need to give you the entire ASCII table if there's a question like that, 6.1. They would give you just the letter A, what it stands for, the letter B, what it stands for, and they expect you to run the code, okay? It's pointless doing that. But what I can tell you about the string questions, they generally give you that as an appendix, the concat, the length, and truncate and things like that. But we'll talk about that, as we go every other Saturday or so. So that's a good question. Let's hang 10 from the lecturer, from Unisa, and let's see what she has to say. Okay, you still have another question? Your hand is still raised?
Not yet. I think I'm covered by that.
You're good.
Great. Yeah. Just keep us posted though.
Of course, please log into my group 7E. Go check it out, right? I'm feeling a bit sad that the people are not doing my quizzes as well. Please go and do my quizzes, okay? Ulewa, Sanele, Rendani, Babawa, Kisanga, Malcolm, you sorted out your issues now. Yeah, thank you for sitting one place. I was following you, walking down. Right, ask the question, Malcolm.
No, I didn't hear you very well when you were talking about the importance of reference parameters.
Oh, then you got to listen to the recording, all right? I'm going to upload this to YouTube and you're going to listen to this thing. But quick answer, reference parameter, whatever happens in the function with that parameter is transferred to the main program, okay? But if it's a value parameter, whatever happens in the function stays in the function. Okay, Malcolm?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I get you. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, great. Anybody else wants to say hello? How are you quickly? It's 1 o'clock. I told my wife and my family I'm only going to be 1 hour, and they always say I can talk too long. And I also got household chores to do. Come on. Oh, Chancellor sent a message. Sorry, my speech doesn't work. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so happy that you learned something. Okay, so if there's no more questions, I'm going to stop the recording and I will post this in our WhatsApp group. Okay. Any requests? Any requests before I go?
Oh, thank you so much, sir. That is
You're
just to
welcome.
say thank you.
You're
Your
welcome.
classes
You're
are
welcome.
always very helpful.
Oh, thank you, Tinswalo. You made my day. And I'm not wasting my
Thank
time.
you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you as well. Okay, no more questions. Let's stop the recording.